Nice.
There we
That was
go.
a clean little one. I already opened mine, so.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Gus and Eddy podcast. Today we're joined by Sven Johnson.
Hey, it's your second time, so it's not as exciting.
Repeat.
No. Sven and I shared the womb together, and
That's
now
not
we share the
true.
room
Separate
together.
times.
Can't,
but yes.
Hey, only I can say that. You guys can't say that.
Sven, I was in
Same.
there.
You didn't share it together.
No, we did.
It's like you moved out of the apartment and he moved in.
No, I was chilling. Sven just kept sticking in there. And
No,
we,
that's
No,
not.
that would be you who would have to keep sticking in there. Gus was actually
Whoa,
not born
that's-
until
No,
he was
not,
4
I
years
left
Don't
old.
say that, Sven. Do not say that.
I
That's
left
really
first.
weird.
I was in there, and then I said, Sven, I'm about to head out. I'll see
Sven
you.
wasn't there.
I'll see you in 4.5 years.
Where would he be then?
He was just kind of chilling in my
Just
mom's
hanging
colon.
out. Oh man, let's just ruin the podcast altogether as a series.
Do you know? Nah, this is I almost just said a dumb question. I was gonna say, do you think it's possible at all to remember anything in the womb? But like, why would you? though?
Yeah.
Well, there's like subconscious stuff I've heard.
I
like-
remember like doing math and coming up with theories a little bit, but that's about it. I remember Tony being real racist in the womb. Tony's actually behind the wall, so he can defend himself, but he won't.
The good thing is he couldn't really act on his racism till about 5 or 6 months when his mouth was able to develop and open. So over the first few months, it was just like.
The thing is too, it was for white people, so he's just really mean to me there.
Oh, that's
I'm
all he
sorry.
knew.
There was
so-
no mirror, so he didn't know he was also that.
He didn't know. He hadn't seen another race
He
yet.
just saw another guy and was like, "Fuck this dude."
Actually, you ever see like those parents? It's super rarity where like it's an interracial couple or a mixed race couple, and then they have twins, and one of them is like super black pigmentation, the other's like super white.
I have not seen that, but can't you also have like twins from two different dads that are fraternal?
What?
Wait, what do you mean?
No.
Because it's two separate eggs, so you can have two different like sperm fertilize those eggs.
What do you mean? Oh,
It's not identical. You can have two kids born from two different fathers, I believe.
so like you're saying like if two different men were like
To have
with
sex
one
with one woman in the span of both of her eggs being able to be fertilized, because that's how fraternal twins happen. It's two separate eggs.
Dude.
You can have. So I'm pretty sure it's happened before where a white and black kid have been born at the same time.
That's fucking
What?
crazy.
No way.
But I want to look it up, and I'll do it so it doesn't tap
would,
that much.
Okay.
Would they get born at the same time?
Well, yeah, they're twins. so.
Yeah, it's at the.
But like, what if it was like a few days apart that they were conceived, or is that window not that big?
I mean, now we're getting into, I don't know, some magic shit or
Do we have a
something. So I
doctor
don't
in
know.
Let's ask Maury. Is it Maury or Mari? Maury
I think it's
Povich.
Maury.
Maury?
Maury
I always thought it was
Povich.
Maori.
How many of those like morning talk shows are there where it's just kind of like the trashy, like you slept with my husband? Blah,
Jerry
blah, blah.
Springer's one of them, right?
Yeah, it's
Jerry
like
Springer,
Jerry Springer,
Maury.
Maury. There's that bald guy, Steve Wilkos.
I don't even know who that is.
Well, you clearly don't know what's going on then.
Uncultured.
How do people keep agreeing to sign up for those shows? Like, that is pretty incredible in itself, because there are already dozens of shows like that, and they're like daily episodes too. You know?
I always thought it was just fake, honestly, like most of the time.
I'm sure some of it's probably like hyped up and stuff too, but they still need people to like go out on TV and be like, hey, so you're cheating on your husband with a short person mailman. Like, there's always such specific stories.
Sorry, I looked at the results. This is the dumb. You know when Google started doing that thing where it's like, isn't it cool that we give you the answer right away? And at first it was only like the most verified sources, but now they do it for every question. So the website is like babycenter.com. And it's like, but it says, yes, it can happen. In fact, one study estimates that as many as 1 in 400 sets of fraternal twins is bipaternal. How is that possible? Simple. 2 eggs from the same mother get fertilized by 2 different dads.
1 in 400?
Yeah,
My
but
gut
that's
reaction-
one study. That's one study that
Yeah.
estimated that.
'Cause
That can't be true.
There's no fucking way.
Yeah. Can you imagine just like the coincidence? Tony and I looked at as alike as we do, and just like 2 different dads.
Different guy.
But can you imagine being surprised by that? Like, you didn't know that your like wife was cheating on you, and then like you have like a white son and then like an Asian son.
Dude, that would blow my mind.
I want to
Yeah.
see that happen, though. Like, I still am skeptical.
Let's see it happen to you then, asshole.
Shit.
Yeah, you want to see it happen to somebody else. No, it happens though. So that's weird.
Science is stupid. I hate it.
Fuck science.
Fuck science,
Gone too
guys.
far.
Let's just say it right now. Boys, we just got back from VidCon when we were filming this. It was a good VidCon.
Yeah, there's no like big stories. We just had a lot of fun with a bunch of good people.
Just positive people. Again, I don't even know why I'm surprised at all at this point, but like pretty much every single person that we have come in contact with, even like some controversial figures that we've ran into, have been nice and pleasant.
Yeah, even some of the people that are subject of commentary videos will still come up. Danny mostly, but we'll come up to Danny and be like, "Great video, dude. It was really funny."
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, man. I wish I wasn't. Like, I wish they were nice to me.
It's like the worst insult when you like absolutely shit on someone and they're super nice.
Yeah, I know, because it makes you feel bad. But that's the thing is with Danny, it's like great video, dude, loved it. And for me, it's like, I dreamed about killing you. Yeah. It's like, oh, sick, totally sick, dude.
Still loved it though, bro. Yeah, I don't know. It's just so weird having everybody in one place. You know?
I know. I love it. It's like this weird like high school summer camp for a couple of days.
Yeah. I felt like I was in high school again because I did the basketball game at VidCon, and I sucked so bad. Here's the thing. I'm not a bad basketball player.
No, you didn't suck. They stacked the team against you guys. Because the other team was, what's his name? Tristan Jazz.
Tristan Jazz.
Okay, so it's a guy that has a basketball channel. And you'd think they'd go, oh, well, we got to get the leaders of the team need to be 2 basketball channel guys. But no, it was like the basketball channel dude, David Dobrik, his friend Jeff, who they clearly play basketball with all the time, and even just the 3 of them. Like Tristan Jazz, am I getting it right again? He's got a weird Jazz. He was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And you guys were still like good and like working as a team. But he was amazing.
Yeah.
So it's like there's nothing you could have done.
There's just, he just kept taking it right up the center of the court every way. And of course, it's just like, I don't blame him. Like, that's what you do in regulation game stuff too. But like the rest of us, I mean, I was hopping in on defense, like you got to take those shots and try to get an offensive foul. But like,
he was gym classing it though.
He was gym classing it.
It's like you don't have to fucking like genuinely dunk on everybody.
Yeah.
Like it's a fucking YouTube game.
Dude, it was crazy though. The game was 2 15-minute running clock halves. Even during the timeouts, they kept the clock running, which is like, that's not what a timeout is.
Watching it, I wanted it to end faster, so I'm glad they did.
But they did that, and like Tristan must have put up like 28 points.
Yeah, dude. And also, for a while, you were the only scorer on your team. It was like half of the first period.
Like
you were like
12 to 2.
Yeah, it was really bad. But
me.
yeah, it was just like, I don't know. It seemed like fun, but they really, I feel like Dobrik went up to them and was like, hey, I'll do it if you stack my fucking game.
Exactly.
That's just a bit, though. I don't know if he actually did anything like that.
And I don't know Tristan Jass at all. I hate that my gut reaction for somebody that good is like, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
But
It has to come from like a little jealousy from all of us, too, where it's like, but a little bit, he gym classed it.
He did gym class
it. You don't
it.
have to do
I mean,
that.
you're not
Dude,
supposed to kill him when you're up by 40 points.
Yeah, or what do you have to prove when you're a basketball channel?
Yeah.
I guess you don't want to look like a bitch. That's fair.
He ended the game, like, legitimately. It was so crazy. I hate how cool it was, because in the last minute, Tristan had this move where he brought the ball up the court, and it was a full showboat move, but he went up for a layup, and instead of just a regular, like, putting it up, he literally did a 360 spin with his body, passed the ball around his body, and shot it, like, kind of from his hip, where he just twisted it, hits the backboard, and boom, and goes, like, pure left. He did that, and then taking it back up, like, it was back and forth with him and Dobrik in the last 20 seconds, and they're like, hey, you, like, Tristan kept being like, Dobrik, you shoot it, and then David, like, passed it back, and it was nearly a half-court shot that Tristan just casually, full swish right at the buzzer.
Full swish.
Oh, my God, it was crazy.
I was just thinking about like other VidCon stuff too, and it even doesn't deliver as well in the moment, but it's just why I love Jakey so much. Is we showed up to the Michael Reeves, William Osmond panel. They're our buddies. We love those boys. Have we not had them on the podcast yet?
Oh, shit. They're moving closer. We'll have them on.
Oh, yeah.
They live like an hour away, though. So.
Yeah, but we hung out with them a lot. I guess we just wanted to prioritize hanging out rather than like filming a podcast.
Yeah.
But and we've gone to them more. But we were at their panel, and during the Q&A, we were sitting in the back with Jakey, and Jakey like nervously raises his hand, and Reeves calls on him, and he just goes, this question is for Michael. What's your gamer score? And Michael's a PlayStation kid, so he's like, what is that? And he's like, like for PlayStation, it's trophies. He's like, oh, yeah, I was a PlayStation kid. And Jakey goes, get him out of here! At his own panel, get him out of here! Oh, man, it was just a lot of fun. I don't take enough pictures. I don't take enough videos because I know it would be like fun to do, but it's fun to enjoy the moment as well.
Yeah, I think I took 10 pictures this VidCon, and 7 of them were of me in the basketball game.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm happy and sad that I don't take pictures. I'm happy because I know that like we as a group don't feel that urge to be like, we need to get pictures with people so we can post them and like make
that's
it look
never
like
been a thing.
yeah, we go and we be places,
Yeah.
which sounds so like r/I'm 14 or like 14 and this is deep or whatever, but like we do live in the moment, but also it's like fuck, I wanted photos of that.
Yeah, because we'll all talk about it too, how like it would be nice to like film a video and have it for us just to like collaborate and do something fun, but then also it's just like, but I want to talk to everybody because we don't get to all be together really at all until VidCon.
Yeah, plus it's like that weird dynamic if you like go up to like this super successful person that you just met and you hang out with them for like 20 minutes. It's like, oh, let's take a picture so I can post it, and now we're friends. Look, social media.
Yeah, I feel like I don't ask anyone to take a picture ever, and I just wait for people to ask me. I'm just fucking weird about it. That's why I love Danny did it the first time we met, and I was like, good, I kind of wanted a picture of Danny. We've been talking online for a while, but I just feel weird asking.
Yeah, because it's not a bad thing. I don't want to
It's
like
not
throw
at all.
other people under the bus. I just feel insecure about that.
I'm glad when people do, because it's like, oh, good, I wanted a photo.
I'm always the
Jakey's
guy
good
who
at
wants
that.
a picture. Yeah.
Jakey's always like, let's get a little picky, and it's like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, full show.
Like with the gamer sign that I got. What the fuck is it read again? Is it here?
Caution.
I brought it in
gamer
my
at
room,
play.
I think. Or no, Sven brought it in my room. I didn't even do any effort.
So Sven, this is a momentous, not day or occasion, but you recently hit 100,000 subscribers.
Oh, if you're in a car, don't crash.
Yeah, that's right. Damn, that's a big milestone. That's a haul. How long did it take to get there?
Oh God, I think that was like a year and a half. I want to say.
Was it
because
really?
It makes me so mad.
Yeah. My first video, I remember we were out here for our family vacation. We went to the Griffith Observatory.
Kiss that mic.
Okay, we went to the Griffith Observatory, and I remember you'd been trying to push me to start my own channel for months because like sometimes I'd give you a video idea or like help you on stuff, and you're like, dude, just make your own so we can do this stuff together. So I was like, okay. And at the Griffith Observatory, there's a sign, on the front door. It says entrance, not an entrance, right below it. And Gus was like, okay, Sven, you're starting your YouTube channel tomorrow. Here's your first video. And so it's just me. Yeah, I look at the sign, and then it pans over to me, and I'm just like freaking out. And it got like second link on YouTube Haiku, and right away I was like, guys. And so
it's happening.
Well, especially because you were like 17 at the time,
yeah,
right?
I think so. I just turned 17 because that's over
It was
a year
September
ago.
26th, 2017.
Wait, was that after Part 9?
Yeah, it was after Part 9.
I
think
thought
so.
you had a channel during Part 9.
No, dude. I was a nobody then.
Weird.
Not at all.
No
I remember
subscribers. No.
there was even just a weird dynamic of you. I remember you asking me about YouTube because you had just met me too.
Yeah.
And it's like when you don't have a YouTube channel, like 11K still seems like a whole bunch. And it's still, if you have it, that's great. But it's just like perspective as you grow. It's like different. But my self-esteem for it was like, I got a small YouTube channel. And I remember you asking me questions, and I'm like, I'm not an expert, but I have a little bit to answer for it. But I just felt almost like a fraud, where it was like you were like asking me questions. It's like, dude, I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Like, because I was just trying to figure it out. It's weird that I wanted to do commentary and it wasn't working, and then I went back to do it, and it was like, good, you're good.
Yeah, because like 11K back 2 years ago for a commentary channel was big because the algorithm wasn't really pushing that stuff.
It was
yet,
pushing
so.
some people. Like a lot of people, I think a lot of people that were sitting at desks weren't really. It was a lot of voiceover people, and then like H3.
Okay, yeah.
But also I was trying to do like funny movie review stuff, which now people want to see, which is great. But they did not want to see it before.
Dude, I'm looking here too, Sven. Your fourth video ever got 2.3 million views.
I remember that.
Damn,
That's
dude.
How to Be a Moth was your fourth video.
Oh, I love How to Be a Moth.
That's like
great.
what everyone knows me as, though, like, is the Moth Boy. And I'm not, like, sick of it. Everyone's like, oh, I'm only known for my most famous video. It's like,
Yeah.
no, fuck, that's a good video.
Well, the thing is, too, I mean, you haven't been, like, shoehorned into just being that, but I joke about with Gus. Gus was, I would say, this close to being the stare at cat guy.
Yeah.
That's right.
Do I just give
Oh my
people
God.
that don't know the backstory just for it?
I mean, a few years ago, God, it must have been like 3 years ago. Let me see. Stern looks, cat. I did this video, and it was back before, like, it was right on the cusp, if not the reason that me IRL was like, stop the fucking upvote posts.
Oh yeah. Well, there were some after that were just the photos, but I think the self like being in it, that you killed that. You couldn't like be in your own real life post after that.
Because I remember like right before I did the thing, it was like, hey guys, for every upvote that this image gets, like I will pet my dog one time and stuff. Like, and that was like a week's worth of content. Because then it was like, guys, stop, my dog's like gotten pet too much. So I had this shit post idea that was just purely like, hey, here's like a dumb funny shit post that will maybe like blow up in me IRL. It did. I said for every upvote that I get, I will look at my cat sternly one time. I'll give her a stern look, like a side eye, like that. And I did it, and it was up for like 6 hours, and then the mods took it down. But in that time, it got 11,453 upvotes.
Yeah, and it just the algorithm on YouTube started pushing it too.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's right under 2 million views right now.
Because you gave the info in that video, right? That like it got that amount of likes, and that's why you're doing it. Because
Yeah.
I think I didn't see it on me IRL. I saw it like on YouTube, and then knew it. It's weird. It's like when we met online, I was like, oh, he's the Stern Looks guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's like, it's weird how like a bunch of people were so narrowly almost just like, oh, you're just that guy. And then you have a career. And it's like, whoa, how fucking close were we to some of those?
How long ago was that? That was
in January of 2017.
So you were small back then. You had
I was a little boy.
2017 for all of us was like the beginning time, really.
Yeah.
Like I've been posting YouTube videos since I was 10, but not really until like 2017 was when things were like kicking in.
I'm glad I didn't post videos when I was 10, dude.
Dude, they're gone.
Yeah.
Seriously, you cannot find them. I couldn't find them when I was 12 because one of my friends deleted it out of
Okay.
embarrassment. Thank God.
I can't, I'm a little disappointed though. We had, I said before, when I started off in middle school making videos, they were just shitty. We're middle schoolers. And I did it with my friend Joe Dumas, again, who I've heaped praise on. But Joe, if you're listening, you fucking deleted those videos. Because I just remember one day I was like, where are all those, like, we used to have this channel called Shock and Awe Comedy.
You had a website for a while, didn't you?
It was like,
shockandawecomedy.co.nr. I remember.
Do you remember when people were like, you gotta have a website?
Yeah.
It's like, that didn't pan out for pretty much anybody.
Shock and Awe Comedy. Yeah,
No
I
ways
can't,
it's still there.
No, I can't find anything. And the thing is, I remember it was like
Is it
in
the website too?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And I know it was a
Joe.
free website, but I remember going to high school and I was just like, hey, like, what's like a throwback video? Because I did a music video called We Don't Understand, and it's just a shitload of clips of Joe and I from throughout the years. And
That's nice.
I tried to go find the the channel or the website, and I was like, Joe, where is this? And he goes, weird. All the videos and the website just are deleted. And I don't know why I just believed him at the time, but come on, Joe, find that shit.
What the hell kind of domain name or whatever is co.nr?
It's free, baby.
You want to hear a real, just embarrassing, shameful thing for me?
Yeah.
It's not super bad. It's just like when I was, after filming sketch videos when I was like 10, when Red vs. Blue and Machinima was going on, I don't even know, I had to have been 12. I bought a Dazzle capture card. Do you remember those?
Just like the really shitty game capture thing?
Yeah, though it was like white and it was shaped in like this weird kind of like, I don't know, it would like come out from the cord into where you'd plug in all the component cables to capture it. It wasn't even HDMI. And it came with the editing software. That's how I learned how to edit, was on the Dazzle fucking program.
Really?
Yeah, and it was dog shit, dude. And I was editing it on an HP laptop that was awful. But Tony and I would make and voice with our friends some like machinima stuff. And then I really got into editing, and I used the capture card. Do you remember DJ Earworm?
No.
He would make the United States of Pop music videos every year where he would take the most popular songs and mash it into one mashup.
Okay.
And at the time, like 2010, it was huge. It was like the most popular video like of that year on YouTube. And I took that song and I made a video called The United States of Xbox.
Whoa.
And to the music, I took a bunch of cutscenes and gameplay moments of different games that year, and I threw it all together. And it was kind of cool. I like spent forever on it. It was the first thing I edited really long. And then I realized like a year later, because I wanted to show, Charlie, my friend, the one that was at the 71 party.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to show him, and I went to show it to him like months later, and it was gone. And I got so upset. And I was like, my sister must have deleted this, like, blah, blah. I was like kind of tearing up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then like a year later, I was like, actually, I think I deleted that. I think I just fully accidentally deleted it, but I was full blame, not telling them, but in my head, just like, fuck my sister. I can't believe she deleted this. It meant so much to me. The files are gone and everything. But then I was like, No, I think I did that.
How long has Charlie been a YouTuber for?
A long time. He did like Minecraft stuff before too.
Okay.
He was. It was really Charlie was really important to me doing it and like really going all in because at the beginning of 2017, I think he was at like 40,000 subscribers and he was just starting to do it as a job.
At 2017, that is too.
Yeah,
Damn,
yeah.
that's when it took off for everybody. Though.
Yeah. So it was like genuinely like Christmas of 2016 hit, and we were crossing into like the new year, and Charlie was just starting to do it, and we had this thing called Taco Bell Thursdays with me, Tony, and Charlie.
Yeah.
Where and our friend Zach too that you haven't met. But every Thursday, because we were in community college, our week ended on Thursday. We would plan it like that,
nice.
and I wouldn't eat that day at all until Charlie and obviously Tony didn't come over, but Charlie would come over and we'd go and get Taco Bell, and then we'd start drinking and eating for the first time that day. So it was super satisfying, and we play like Rocket League and shit. So Charlie was doing it as a job, and he was really like, dude, just like really hunker down and start doing it. And that was the beginning of 2017. I was like, I'm going to treat this like it's my job until it is my job this year. And October 31st of 2017 is when it popped off. So it took that long of doing it like it was a job. But that was like, Charlie was super important of just somebody going like, dude, go hard. You got this.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Love
the dude.
What was the first video that you and I worked on ever?
You and me?
Yeah, like
Oh God, I think
was it Prune Ball?
it can't. Oh,
You weren't in Prune Ball.
ever? So you're talking ever?
I'm talking
ever?
ever.
It was Gat. Remember that one? I think
All
you
these
still have it.
names.
Oh, Gat.
Football
It's-
and Gat.
Yeah.
It's still up there, I think. If I
That one is still on there.
Gus Johnson.
What is
Gat.
Gat?
It's okay, so it's like a play on tag. It's tag backwards. It's supposed to be like, so it's like this long epic video of Gus just running through the forest and struggling, and then it cuts to a shot of me and Gus playing different characters, and we're like, how long has he been in there? 20 minutes. And he's like, I hate when Greg plays tag. He takes it way too serious. That was the whole joke.
Oh.
because
I like
was
that
funny back then.
because it's fun. Because I was all happy. It was like all cinematic and shit. You
Yeah.
know, like you can kind of see that shit.
Yeah,
you
isn't
guys,
it-
it's up now. You can find it.
Isn't it weird how everyone our age was pretty much making the exact same thing at the same
Yeah.
time,
Yeah.
all thinking we were doing something completely different?
That's and I remember at the end of the video, like go forward to the frame. Because I was like, God, what year was this? This was like
This
2012.
was 2011.
So I was 11 at the time, and Gus was like 15 or 16. And so at the end, there's a shot of Gus and I next to each other. And Gus was like, okay, I don't want it to look like you're my little brother, so we're going to make it look like you're my friend. So he put me on a stool next to him and then put sunglasses on me.
I got to see that shot
and
now.
it's like this whole thing we shot on like the Here's what I love though. This video from 2011. This is the same camera that I still use for like the God's Country and My Pool
Yeah, I
and
love
all that shit.
dude. I love that.
So here's
It's like just completely ignoring the fact that my voice is like 2 octaves higher and my shoulders are like half as broad.
Let's
mean, you're
hear
covered in
Sven's
it.
Yeah.
voice here, okay? And then like I remember a couple times when I was shooting stuff with Sven, I was a dumb like high schooler and stuff, and I was like, oh, this is just my little brother. Like people are gonna think
No,
he's just a kid, but like I was in the meat of being a kid.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
here's Sven's voice.
How long has he been in there? About 20 minutes.
That's a 16-year-old. I believe it.
About 20 minutes.
Oh my God.
I like that shitpost joke. I think that still holds up though. Of like, well, the guy that's just spazzing out, and then so I go like, how long has he been in there? And Sven goes, about 20 minutes. And I go, I hate playing tag with Greg. And Sven goes, wait, isn't he it?
That's what the punchline was.
That
I
was pretty
screwed it up.
funny.
Okay.
I should reshoot that.
Yeah.
Maybe I could rework it, put some CGI on it, and throw it back out there.
That should be good. But
Even that. I think everyone our age was like, if I get a cinematic shot of me running through the snowy woods, it's gonna look so cool.
I'm gonna put the camera on the ground and run past it so one footprint gets left in the frame.
I remember telling a different Zach, the Zach that I did my channel with too. At one point, I was like, "Listen, man," and I'm glad I realized this at the time. I was like, "We can't do action films because we're 15," and I was like, "We can try them and have fun." But we can't be hitmen or assassins because
Yeah.
we're 15 years old.
I am
It
surprised.
doesn't look. We're surprised.
I'm surprised you came to that realization when you were 15. Because when I was 15, that was when I was like, I can do action. I am cool. If I have a camera, I can do something cool.
We started, I mean, the thing is that was fun is we started doing comedy sketches instead because I said, like, yeah, making these movies, like, we have too low of a budget for them to be what we're picturing. So if we make comedy sketches that use those elements, like, it doesn't have to be amazing. So the fact that we have a low budget, we can still get a shot that we think looks really cool, but if we're pretending that it's really cool, it's going to look bad. So it was like surprise them with the cool stuff in comedy rather than disappoint them with the not cool stuff in action.
And you reel them in every time.
I've always said, well, always for the last year, I was thinking about it. If I were to break into like if I had my choice to break into the traditional media world, like movie star type shit, I would want to start as like an action actor, because if you're an action actor and you can transition to comedy, it works for everybody. Like the people who like action stuff will like the action movies, and people who like comedy stuff will be like blown away that you can do comedy. But like when you see like someone like Jim from The Office, at least for me, when I see him like go do Jack Ryan, it's like, that's Jim.
Yeah,
you know?
Also though, Krasinski's got a real like friendly face. Like it's something about like his nose and like the way his face is structured where he doesn't look like hardened. The beard does it a little bit for him when he grows it, but Jack Ryan's like clean shaven. It's like, yeah, you just look like when Jim got a haircut.
Yeah. It works in A Quiet Place, I think, pretty well. But
I haven't seen it, so
it's because he doesn't talk at all.
Yeah, I like Quiet Place too, because it's scary in the moment, and then you go home and you're not really scared. You know, that's why I like the movies that do that. The same thing is like with Don't Breathe. You know, because in the movie you're like, I'm scared, but then you go home and you're like, well, I mean, it's Stephen Lang. He's blind. I'm not thinking he's gonna burst out of my closet.
He's not breaking into homes. They broke into his.
That's true.
You want to hit some preguntas?
Boom.
Oh, wait, by the way, we gotta address something.
What's up?
We'll still do mail, guys.
Yeah, no worries.
We'll do like just a little bit less, but we'll do it. People were freaking out a little bit.
But that's good. That's good that you're excited about it.
No, yeah, I don't mean it in that way. I mean like for us, like we should listen. And we were just worried that people weren't, because I was seeing some comments, but it seems like overwhelmingly people like mail. I just think we had some episodes where we did it too much.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, so for sure. And again, thank you guys, because really that's our, like, we haven't really done Twitter polls as much in the past, but this is our main source of feedback, is, you know, like once a week we'll be like, I think we're going to do this. Let us know what you think. And then we learn and go, oh, okay, next time we'll do this.
Yeah, the thing is, too, about like straw polls or Twitter polls as well, is like there are people, like I'm always a lurker with the content I enjoy. So the thing is, like people who are like super into it, even though they're like the more dedicated like listeners and everything, might vote differently from somebody who doesn't like comment or tweet or do any of that stuff.
Yeah, for
sure.
sure.
You know what I mean? So it's just like it's a different like audience, I guess.
So yeah, we'll bring back mail time. We'll shorten it a little bit. If you could just use your judgment, maybe don't send us as much mail, because we don't.
Yeah, just one of you send mail and one don't.
Yeah, so vote amongst you who's sending the mail every week.
Also, no, I'm not even gonna mention it from the live stream. Like, it's just don't send us creepy shit. I don't like it. That's it. Just don't do it.
That's fucking lame, and it's going right in the trash.
And because it's not live, if you send us creepy shit, it's not gonna be cut into the podcast.
There you go. Oh, also quick announcement too. I don't know if we ever actually talked about this. It is disappointing. Gus and Eddie go to the Renaissance Fair. We didn't say it. We just, there were some bad technical difficulties.
Yeah, some audio issues too. It was just really loud, and we weren't wearing lapel mics. It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
We'll still shoot Gus and Eddie's. We're still bringing the series back. It's just like that one didn't work out, which sucks because we had a lot of solid bits. It was still a nice day. I had fun.
We had a good day.
Yeah, it was really hot though. I sweat a shit ton.
Yeah, just the butt sweat for everybody accumulated at that festival could have filled up like 10 oil drums, I think. Anyway,
I don't get how people cosplay it though. Is with like big coats and everything. It's like it's fucking 90 degrees out. How are you walking around?
Also, every weekend, like the Renaissance Fair was cool, but it lasts for a couple of months, and every weekend is a different theme. But it's like, the festival is the theme. So it's like, welcome to the Renaissance Fair. It's space themed today. What? No.
Yeah.
Renaissance space travel?
I don't like it.
They should do ones like it's the Knights weekend. It's the Wizard weekend. It's the help me out, guys.
Anything else?
Anything else?
It's the naked men and ladies weekend, but not me. But I can go look at those guys.
Take it away, Eddie.
All right, question time again. Follow us on Twitter at Gus Buckets and at Eddie Burback. And what's your at?
Swembo 2000.
Very
Just
easy.
search Sven Johnson.
Just
and it'll come
Sven
up.
Johnson will pop up.
Sven Johnson, ask us your questions at the hashtag Gus and Eddie, and we'll peer into you. So
Sorry, what?
they know what I mean. Here is, I guess, one for more of the Midwestern boy. Well, we're all Midwestern. At Brother Cousin One says, as kids, did you ever go out into cow pastures and just roam around for fun? Yeah.
There's no cow pastures near me, so yeah, that's good. Take it away, fellas.
Buddy, you missed out.
I mean, when did you go on a cow pasture?
Dude, the baseball field. There's a cow pasture
that's
back
right.
here.
That's like the most
Are
American
there, like,
thing ever.
Cows on the field.
No,
Sometimes
it's like-
there were back there.
You
Yeah.
know, Bessie's playing center.
No, like because it was like right. So the cow pasture was right behind the baseball field, and so like people hit foul balls like out of the stadium all the time, and so you just send like a little kid back into the cow pasture to find the
Did
baseballs.
people ever hit a cow with a baseball?
Thank God, no.
A couple times kids got chased. I got chased one time with Brandon Bryce back
by
there.
a
though.
cow back there.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh my
because
God.
we were trying to get as close as we could, and the cows chased us. You know, like you do.
Yeah.
Let me see. It was.
Chicago cows were a little more sophisticated. They like to read. And
How do you know they could read?
oh, you know, I threw books at them.
Here's a follow-up to our last week's question. At JDV2121 asks, how would you get a bear out of a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment?
Please answer quickly.
2-bedroom, 2-bath, get a bear out. I mean, you can just open the door.
No, it's 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom.
Oh, 2-bedroom,
That
1-bath?
changes it.
Okay, never mind then. Fuck.
I mean,
Shit. I go into the other. How many baths? So 2-bedroom, 1-bath?
2-bedroom, 1-bathroom. Assuming you're in.
Is he in a bedroom?
Yeah, I bet the bear's in one bedroom and you're in the other.
Okay. So
Okay.
I grab a vase out of the bathroom and I throw it against the ground and I jump in the air and I pull my pants down and I land on it. I go, ouch, owie! My ass just got cut in the bedroom. If you're in another bedroom, this might happen to you. Take this cautionary tale and leave this house now. I think there's another vase on the way. And then I break it, another vase, and I jump up. I get up off the ground, and I pull my underwear down, and I land on that second vase. I go, oh, it's still happening. Oh, my God, it's still happening. Don't get out of the house. And then the bear leaves.
This sounds kind of similar to last week's
Right.
answer.
It's a good solution. The bear leaves.
Well, first of all, this week you're jumping on
Sorry.
2 vases. Is the
Sorry,
thing.
say it again. I was just coughing on my
Okay.
water.
This week you're jumping on 2 vases, is what you're telling me.
Right, because a bear needs a little bit more convincing because it can't understand English, so it'll just need to hear my screaming.
will it work with anything other than a vase?
What do you mean?
Does
I don't understand the
like,
question.
Does it have to be a vase? Like,
That's a lot of
I have
ceramic.
a ceramic bowl instead.
I mean, if it gets in charge, sure. Yeah, if it breaks against the ground.
You seem to really differentiate between the first vase being against your underwear and the second just being on your bare butt.
Right.
Why?
So, because it would hurt probably too much to go bare ass on both. And also, when I'm in the air, obviously I need something to pull down. And so you got to wear underwear. So, like, if I needed 3 vases, say it was like something like a bear and a tiger or something like that, just more animals, I'd probably put on 2 sets of underwear. Or like maybe some jeans, then shorts, then underwear. And just, because you got to do the motion of pulling down when you're in the air.
So you do this and you yell to the bear from the other room?
Right. I go, ouch, owie. I forgot what I said. So I
My
landed on a
ass.
vase, my ass, obviously.
Yeah.
This is in this bedroom. If you're in another bedroom, this could happen to you.
So the bear can't see you in the bedroom, right?
No, you can hear me, though.
But what's stopping you from just breaking the vase on the floor? You won't get shards in your butt.
I'm sorry, wait, what do you mean?
Well, you are, again, jumping with the full force of your body
Right.
on a vase and
Got
breaking it so that shards go into your butt.
Right.
So if the bear can't see, first of all, bears can't even talk, so.
Yeah, how do we know that this bear is going to be able to understand English?
He can.
He
Or
can't.
is it a
The screens,
Chicago
he'll-
bear?
Yeah,
Bears
Chicago bears can read, so they might have
Oh,
something.
okay.
But no, you gotta. So you're saying, why wouldn't I just throw the base against the ground?
Yeah, because he can't even see you. Why don't you just do
Method
that?
actor, baby.
That seems to
You
really
gotta be method.
compromise your health.
I guess maybe if you're not as good of an actor as me, maybe you'd just do that. Maybe if you lie to the public or something like that. I kind of like to be realistic and, kind of do my own stunts.
See, you would think that the bear would smell the blood coming from your ass.
No, that doesn't matter. It just needs to hear my ass, ouchie.
So what are you doing? Why are you saying ouchie to the bear? Or like,
No, I'm saying, just
how would the bear even leave?
walk out the door.
It doesn't you get? He's got to use.
Okay, now I'm with Eddie on this.
Next question.
At Wecky1 says, how was it like growing up with Gus?
This one's for you, Eddie, I
I'll
believe.
take this one. When the cows would chase us, baby, we go for miles.
Yeah, how was it like growing up with me?
Growing up-
I sucked sometimes.
Yeah, you were kind of a bully for
I'm
like.
shocked by the stories he tells on the podcast, dude.
Like, I don't remember when it stopped. Basically, never. No, it was just like when we were real little. I mean, every older brother has that dynamic with their younger brother, I feel.
I have an older brother,
I mean,
so.
you don't? Oh, shit, that's right.
Yeah.
But yeah, you kind of like pick on him, but that didn't last very long. We were actually just talking last night, because I remember Gus and I used to share a bedroom, and we'd have bunk beds, and I'd be the bottom and he'd be the top. This is like a sweet childhood memory thing. Every once in a while, if I couldn't sleep, I'd crawl up into Gus's bunk, and he'd tell me a bedtime story, and then I'd just sleep with him.
That's nice.
And
that's
then we
what-
just fuck.
Tony and I had a bunk bed too. I was on top. I liked jumping down, but then I got older, and in the mornings I hated doing it. So then I think Tony wanted to switch too, and we switched for a while just for the fun of it.
Oh, yeah.
One time when we were really little, I was sick, and Tony still reminds me of this. I had to throw up, and I was like 4.
Oh, no.
And I was too sick to like get up and run to the
No.
bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just woke up, and I was like, all right, I got 2 options. I could go right onto the carpet or where the wall is. And I threw up down the wall.
It's like a waterfall.
So Tony woke up.
Wait.
I was 4. I didn't know why I did it.
Okay.
I was like, I'll probably get more trouble if it's just straight onto the room.
This is as long as we're talking about disgusting vomit stories.
No. Don't do people that really gross people up.
Okay. You're right.
No, but you're talking about your...
Say one more. I'm
Oh,
just
yeah,
saying, like,
come
I don't
on.
want to get into like a segment. about it.
Yeah. I just remember when we were younger, I shared rooms with all my siblings at different points. Me and my younger brother and my younger sister all shared a bedroom one time. And Hani, my sister, she was in a bed separate from us, and she was right next to all the clothes drawers.
Oh, yeah.
And Thor and I were real slobby. We'd keep all of our clothes drawers open, and we just like grab clothes out of them every day. And Hani was in the middle of the night, real sick, and she was like 3 or 4 at the same
Yeah.
time too. And I just remember she didn't want to get up and go to the bathroom, so she just like laid right next to the open clothes drawers and vomited in
God.
all of them.
It was full sideways.
So, like, that was kind of on purpose. She was like, oh, I can't. Like,
I don't know. I think it just like happened. I don't think she was thinking.
that's what happened for me, too. Is like, yeah, you just don't think when you're that young.
Do you want? We can cut this if you don't want. But do you remember? Like, do you want to talk about like your being nervous about puke stuff or whatever?
No. Talk about it, please.
Okay. Yeah. When we were young, Sven, you went to like a kid's birthday
I
party
don't remember it.
at the pool. You don't, or you do?
I do remember it. That was literally like ingrained in my brain.
Yeah. What was the deal? You came back from this birthday party and a kid threw up, and then you were just
I was
mortified
forever
of puke.
changed. I remember he was a kid I grew up with. Tyler. He knows
dead
what's
now.
up. Yeah.
He doesn't puke anymore.
Anyway, I remember he ate so much cake, and it was a pool party at like it was like a YMCA type venue, and he ate just a bunch of cake for like a 5-year-old, and then he went and stewed in the hot tub for about an hour,
jeez.
and he got out of the hot tub, and I just remember him saying, "Mrs. Jensen," and I just remember it's burned in my mind, and I will not forget that till
Do you think
the
it was
day I
because it
die.
was like really embarrassing for him too? So it
was
like
just-
got locked in your head as like, oh God, that's terrifying.
That was the first time I ever saw anyone throw up.
Oh.
You literally didn't want to go to school for years because you were afraid some kid was going to puke at school.
I know.
Oh,
It was
jeez.
like an actual phobia.
Well, not years, but for like a little stretch.
Yeah.
for fucking, I don't know, 19 years.
And then, of course, like Sven was saying, like, I mean, I was kind of a dick to him when we were growing up when he was really little.
Some of your stories will be like, yeah, I just set up mouse traps in his room or something. I'll be like, whoa,
I didn't
fuck.
do that.
No, I know, but it's like the Nerf story you already told in the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Like shooting him in the head, and I was
Yeah.
like, Jesus
Remember
Christ.
when you like point blank shot me with a Nerf gun? And then you immediately, it was that kid, like, a perfect example is that video online of, the
the
kids
ping pong.
playing ping pong.
Yeah.
And one of the brothers whips it at the other brother, and it hurts, and then the kid that threw it immediately knows,
And
I
scream.
fucked up so bad that he's going to come hurt me. So anyway, it was that dynamic. You were, like, really little, and we had the Nerf guns, and you came and, like, shot me, like, in the neck or in the face or something, which was, like, against the Nerf Geneva Convention that we had established. And I remember I went like, Sven, I'm going to shoot you in the face, and I'm not going to tell you when. And it was just like, I don't think it was like weeks went by or whatever. I just capped you. But like every time I come into a room, you'd be like,
Yeah.
I still got that hit out on
I
me.
hated you for a week.
I don't know. But with the puke thing, Sven was like afraid of it for a while. And literally, you could just go like, and it'd get you for
And
a while.
I wouldn't even like scream or anything. It was just, I would literally shut down. I would just like,
you go, no.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
what's with phobia stuff? It's just like, it doesn't make sense
Yeah.
for it. Your brain's just wired to it.
One of the it's horrible, but one of the funniest things ever is we were sitting at the kitchen table one day, just in the dining room, and Thor was sick, and we didn't even know it.
Oh.
And I remember young Thor just wandered down and just stood there looking at us, and just immediately just went. And it was like pure projectile, like out of nowhere, no lead up, and you just. You know?
Oh God, that was awful. I remember even like, cause we used to have a cat. Brenda was
you
our
remember
first
when
cat.
5 minutes ago I was like, let's not make this the puke
Yeah.
section of the
Oh.
podcast.
Okay, this is my segue out of it because it's not as humanistic. It's our
Okay.
cat.
It's a cat.
Cats vomit, you know, it's what they do. And our first cat, Brenda, she was getting kind of older, and she would do it like every once in a while, like every few days it got to be, and she would always have like this distinct like right before she'd do it, and that was your 20-second warning to get her out of the house,
Yeah.
otherwise she's gonna vomit.
So yeah, and then everyone we'd be like watching a movie, we hear. And
be like,
everyone
"Go,
we try to go throw her in the garage quick.
But anyway, that's enough of
Anyway,
that.
We already talked about my phobias that were stupid. I remember how I was afraid of Austin Powers for years when I
Why?
was a kid.
That's the funniest phobia I've ever heard.
I
in my
know.
life.
I still don't know. I was just
Groovy, baby.
dude. For like a few years, I couldn't even go past the DVD section in Walmart because I'd be afraid I'd see a
Dude,
DVD of Austin Powers.
That's the weirdest thing ever.
I wish I knew what was going on. Maybe I just wanted a sequel so bad. I was like, it'll never top Goldmember. Anyway,
All right, what's another pregunta, boy?
what else we got here? This is lots of like escape room scenarios. Did you have a pool growing up? No.
Yes.
You did?
Yeah.
What?
Above ground. It was not. It wasn't like super nice or anything. It was just like.
What was the time you're telling us about the rocks?
Oh yeah, I was a fucking idiot. When we got, because it was like when we moved in, there was an above ground pool, but it was like breaking down, and it was like a big, like not big expenses in like we were rich, but like a big chunk for it, where it was like,
Yeah.
okay, we need to get a new one, and they needed to move, like you got to move dirt out of the way when you do it, because like you got to clear the spot for it. And then they like kind of disperse it across the yard. So when they're doing the pool, almost the entire yard is like rocks and dirt everywhere.
Yeah.
And we had to take our playground set out of the ground and put it on the deck. And I was like, I think like 5 years old, and I was like, whoa, it's on the deck instead of on the ground. Isn't that so cool? Like, so the thing didn't tip over, thank God. But I tried swinging on the swing when it wasn't attached to anything, and I just fell off backwards and flew just directly into like dirt and rocks and like slammed my head.
Ow.
But the second it happened, it was like one of the first instances of my life where I was just like, wow, that was really dumb. Like, I just did something so stupid. I'm too ashamed to tell my parents about it. So I kind of just like walked back inside to my room and like went to bed like, what the fuck is wrong with me?
That's a reset on the day.
Dude, it's so dumb. So, yeah, the reset button on my brain was like, you fucking idiot.
I like that. I'm having a lot of questions here about people asking about aliens and stuff.
Oh, because Area 51.
Dude, we were saying, for me personally, the Area 51 meme is probably the funniest thing that I've seen in a year in the meme world.
I'm starting to lose it a little bit with it. It's starting to become a little dead, but it was so funny that the first day there were so many different branches of the meme. There's so many different types of jokes coming out.
That's the thing is I think everyone like almost fully exploited every angle of that meme that you can get in like the first 3 days because literally everyone was on it because it's so hilarious.
Yeah, it was like when I get my pet alien, the military killing us all.
Yeah.
It was like all the cool technology we're going to get. It was
The
just
different
like
classes of warriors. And
yeah,
stuff.
like how the strategy of attack. Like it was so much shit I love.
How realistically, there's gonna be people that show
People are
up.
going to show up. Nobody's going to storm it, but people are going to show up for sure. I bet
Yeah.
traffic will be fully backed up because it's just one like dirt road going to it.
How many people do you think will show up? I wouldn't be surprised.
Thousands.
I
for
would.
sure.
That's
Thousands? you
the
think?
thing
Yeah,
is
just for fun, I think.
they set the date. They crippled themselves because they set the date so far away from.
If it was like a week, people would do it instantly.
yeah, but
and
like
it's right when school's starting again too.
Yeah, true.
September
That's
20th.
true.
Yeah, like it'll be a dead meme by the time 20th hits.
Well, here's the thing that we were talking about is because I think you made a tweet about it or something. I don't remember, but that like people like high-ranking military officials they have to look at these memes to like figure out what exactly is going to happen. So they're doing research by that. So they're going to have to like be defensive on that day because people are going to show up. But here's what I was thinking about this morning is wouldn't this be like the perfect distraction for like Russia or like Korea to come in
To Area 51
to Area
or to a
51
different place?
when all these stupid idiots are going to be like hanging out outside the boundaries?
Oh, to
Wait.
like distract, to like try and get some reconnaissance done
Yeah.
or something?
But wouldn't they have extra security personnel on hand that
Yeah,
day?
but standing, I think you're just saying to get some any information at all, right? 'Cause,
Yeah.
like, you can't just drive up and start looking around because people will be like, the fuck are you doing here?
I mean, like,
when a bunch of dumbasses are like, ooh, let's storm it, just kidding.
oh, it's just my Kodak taking photos.
Yeah.
Just whatever.
I don't know. All I'm saying is it could be perpetrated by U.S. enemies.
Do you think that, like, because the thing is, at face value, it's so funny to me to suggest that, like, everyone just collectively decided, you know what, enough's enough. We are breaking into this military base. That is funny because it's so ridiculous.
That's why it's so funny. I think is there's so much news of like strong alien compelling stuff. Where
Yeah.
that's what the fuel of the meme is. Everyone's kind of just like, yeah, we think there are now. So like,
Yeah.
what's going on?
Yeah, we're getting in there.
Yeah.
Do you ever see, like, because we've had kind of similar memes like this in the last year, and sometimes it's gotten kind of dangerous. Like, you remember when it was like a trend on some of the subreddits to be like, hey, I'm going to kill the Queen of England on July 27th
Yeah,
and shit. And it's
yeah,
like,
dude.
that was popular.
Yeah, that one was bad.
See, that's
Don't
not
ever do
funny to
that.
me.
Yeah, I didn't find that one funny. at
No,
all.
but do you think that something's actually going to happen, like, bad because of a meme like this?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, even just smaller meme stuff of like kind of like swatting shit got somebody killed. Like memes do get people like there's definitely harm for it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
There's gonna be one stupid one. Like I could see one idiot actually trying to storm Area 51. I don't think they'd shoot him though. I think they just fucking like arrest him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they probably, like, rubber bullet him or some
Yeah.
shit. But, like, because,
Or, like,
I mean...
hit him with a missile
Or
or
an
something.
alien
Some
zap
fucking-
ray,
Yeah.
maybe?
Whoa.
Whoa, dude.
A needler?
Don't mean to turn this into the Joe Rogan podcast. Sorry.
Eddie Bravo it.
Yeah.
That dude's fucking nuts.
Dude, fucking... I hate that I want to listen to those Eddie Bravo
No,
interviews.
I love hearing Joe interact with him. It's funny.
He's so, like... How could you put up with that as a friend? If you even said one thing in an Eddie Bravo rant, seriously, I'd be like, dude, Eddie, take a week off. Go get your shit together.
Yeah, dude, I love. I mean, with Joe, it seems like he just likes being around different types of people. So but sometimes, yeah, even on the podcast, he'll be like, dude, what are you talking about? That's just not true at all.
And Joe gets actually annoyed with Eddie, like, a lot
Yeah.
in some of those. We're like, dude, it's disrespectful. Like, you're suggesting all this harmful stuff. Like, shut up. But I love you, brother.
Wait.
I don't know.
I'm sorry. Who is Eddie Bravo?
Eddie Bravo is well, he's an MMA fighter, right? Or is he like a He like invented a certain type of, was it like jujitsu or
Yeah,
something like
some
that?
jujitsu
or some
stuff.
like whatever it was a certain type of martial art that he's like trains people for and everything. And I believe, and he's just a crazy conspiracy theorist that goes on Rogan's podcast,
Like everything.
Like literally, he does not trust anything that is said or done by anything.
Christ.
Like, if you think of any conspiracy theory, guaranteed he's going to think of it. You know, go like,
Yeah.
JFK, fucking inside job.
Yeah.
9/11, they blew up the towers. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
like
everything.
Yeah.
Why? I don't get why people want to be like that.
But I don't know. It's just a full distrust. I mean, people. Yeah, I don't get a lot of people choosing their life decisions. So I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
Especially, yeah. I get. I mean, because there are some examples to distrust things, but then it's like all or nothing is not what you want to do.
Yeah.
It's so weird how people decide like what kind of their thing is, because for some people that's their thing, you know, like flat earthers. You got people in like doing conventions and going around and like spending their whole days just trying to advocate for that. Like, why, as a kid, you don't think, yeah, I'm gonna be that when I grow up.
Yeah.
What choice happens in your brain? Like,
I don't know,
I don't get that at all. It just seems like a waste of your own time.
By the way, kind of on that topic of you mentioning the Russian stuff, my Caitlyn Bennett video, the gun girl, has totally been rated by Russian bots for sure.
Really?
It's just all similar comments of not even fully just being like, fuck you, whatever. It's, I mean, obviously there's like the soy boy stuff and shit like that, but there's like a lot of just like, I love her, I think she's great, from like Andrew 1256789, and then like another name with a bunch of numbers that's just like, I love this girl, I think you're wrong, I think she's doing, and it's like, it's clearly just a bunch of spam coming in, and then I see some people arguing with the bots, and it's like, no, don't do it. That happens all the time on the internet.
Do the bots ever respond though?
No, yeah, because the bots are really just they have like farms for it where people like their job is to go and like pretend to be from here and arguing with people. It's all over Twitter and everything. That's a real thing, not like a conspiracy
That's
theory.
fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Is she still doing stuff? Is she still posting?
I don't fucking care. That's the thing. I don't know. I think she works for InfoWars or some shit, but it's like,
God.
I'm glad people really stopped paying attention. I mean, my video furthered it a little bit more, but it was just kind of, I wanted to put it out there where I knew everyone's feeling didn't have to be political, where it was just like, I'm fucking tired of this girl. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's just weird as I was looking actually today, and I was like, wow, this is like getting rated a little bit by like clearly some people that are real and then some people that are not who they're saying they are.
Yeah. You ever see pictures of like those click farms and stuff?
Yeah,
like, it's
dude.
crazy.
Sven, you ever seen it?
Oh, is it like where they have like a ton of phones hooked up and it's just like
Yeah.
one dude going around? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, let's see here. Look
Dude,
at it. There's
yeah.
just hundreds of phones like on a wall. There's like this one girl just like tapping all that stuff.
Those are those ads that are like, get 1,000 free Instagram followers, right?
Yeah. Is that illegal? Because people do it.
I don't know. Do you ever? That's kind of reminded me too. Do you remember that video during Pokemon Go and that guy in Japan who had like a bike of like 8 or 9 phones on the?
No.
It was on the front of the bike. It was just like phone, and he was just like swiping,
Yeah.
swiping, just to like get a bunch of them. It was really cool actually.
So he could like trade them to himself.
I don't know. Can you trade in Pokemon Go, or could you during the height of it? I don't think so, right?
No, you couldn't do it.
I don't know what it can do now. I heard it was updated and people like it. So
Yeah.
That's the thing that I don't get, is I think that they really fumbled the shit out of that launch of
Yeah.
Pokemon Go. Like, I was addicted to it for a long time and I loved it, but it's like, you can't fight each other when it's launched. You can't trade. It's gym battle. Even gym
it
battles
was
weren't
just
right
tapping.
away.
You were just tapping too for the gym battle. Well,
Yeah.
gym battles were right away, but it was just a tap.
Oh, were they really?
Yeah, because you could capturing gyms was like the one thing.
Oh, that's lame.
right.
I remember that was cool because there were so many gyms and stops around me because just like the suburbs are like a great place for it. So there was like 3 surrounding my house, and like me and my friends would just be like, all right, we gotta maintain these 3.
That's
So like we'd
so
wake up
cool.
we'd wake up the next day and somebody took it. It's like, fuck you, we're gonna go back and beat you, you know?
Yeah.
And it was nice because we would all like go around and try and like make sure we could do it. And then so they were people from like that went to our high school and everything that were capturing them. So it's like, I'm gonna kick their ass.
That's what I love about doing it in more of a rural area, was there were some gyms that you could like find on the map when you're driving and be like, I'm gonna go capture that gym. No one's touching it for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just like
nice.
you just
Yeah,
hold
yeah.
it down. Man, yeah, that's fucking stupid. They really fucked up that launch. Especially that's a game where you really need to get more features out right away.
Yeah, I want them to just make a sequel. I'm tired of the games as a service shit. Like everyone would, if they were like, here's Pokemon Go 2, it's way more in depth. Everyone just go enjoy it again.
Yeah.
Next summer, I'd get it right
I'd do
away.
it. Yeah, start over. Because at this point, it's just like, all right, well, I'm not hopping on now because everyone that's still playing is a god. You
Yeah,
know? It's
exactly.
just stupid.
You got to reset. That's the problem with games as a service stuff, is the people that play for a long time make it impossible for new people to jump in.
Mm-hmm. I hate that. And then I just sound like a whiner to them. She's like, bro, play, get good. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't have 10,000 hours to dedicate to
You
this.
ever tried jumping back into Last of Us Online?
Nope.
Dude, people are insane. It's like you can't even play.
That's like Fortnite for me, honestly.
Yeah, a
I
lot
just
of
stopped
people-
playing Fortnite because I was away for like 2-3 months, and then everyone got way too good.
Yeah, it was like most kids were at the level that the pro streamers were in the first couple of months.
God.
And it's like they're just too good. It's because again, I would dive into it if I was a kid. I'd want to get as good as possible.
I think that's why I never I really enjoyed Fortnite for some part, but I never got to the loving it thing, and that's the first example of a game where I really felt old and kind of pissed off at it, because I just felt like I was never good enough at the game. Everyone was just kicking my ass. I never learned how to do the build battle shit at all.
Well, you jumped in really late after the meta for it was already build battle shit. When I started playing, people still were just oh, it's cool if we get to this point in the map and we build up this base and put a window here and do that. That was really fun. And there was no one by ones. Do it.
Yeah, I just hated that shit. And it was all my own shortcoming stuff. It was I don't want to fucking do this. What's the point?
I miss when it was we should put a brick wall here and a steel wall
and you'd
here.
make one big fort and everyone would be inside of it.
And then people would be threatened by it. It was really cool. And nobody really knew how to stair run yet too. So it was there's this big base. But there's once people learn how to get better, there's no stopping it. You're not going to nerf it at all. So it's it's just, I don't know, it was shittier.
That's why I liked PUBG so much more, I think, overall, even though I just believe it's an inferior game.
It is.
It just is. But I liked it more with that approach because there was a way lower ceiling, for skill-wise.
That's why I love Blackout.
Yeah, you can. It's just shooting.
Yeah. If you guys didn't know, the people listening, Blackout was the Call of Duty one, which was bullshit because you had to buy a game, a $60 game, and then there was a season pass, and then there was microtransactions for it. But it was it was a fun, solid game that I really enjoyed.
We used to I used to play it with a buddy in college, and pretty much every game for months, we just got a kick out of doing the same thing every game, where we would drop down, go to the middle of the circle, right away, which usually it's you still make it into 3 circles, and we would just get in a car, and the cars all spawn at a 45-degree angle to the road, and so we would just get in a car, drive to the middle of the circle, put our weapons away, and sit in the back of a Jeep, and then just sit around and wait. We drink and wait for people to come in, pop out, and cap them and
It was
stuff.
so funny, too, because we did that together, too, and it was just once they sat down, you're are you ready? Go! And then just shoot them. Because imagine how mad you'd be. You just hop in a car and you're about to start it, and you're all right, where are we headed? And then you just get capped right away.
It's the worst ever. A similar comment that actually comes from a buddy of mine from college, Colin, at Colin Griffs said, if you were to get trapped inside a video game and had to beat the game in order to escape, what game would you choose? That's scary.
I don't care about dying in Breath of the Wild. I just want to live in it.
Yeah, that would be dope.
I'd die for it.
But you had to do it in order to escape. I would like to live there, though.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Don't escape. Don't win.
That's a good question.
Don't go to the castle.
Yeah, but it would be hard to live there because all of the ladies in the game look like this.
Oh, God.
That's a downside.
Do they?
Yeah, you go and be hey, I got to go talk to the lady that dyes my clothes, and she'll be
I think
I love the ASMR
that's
of your
one
mustache.
specific character in the game.
No, that's the lady I chose. I just wish she was different.
Isn't that a guy?
Oh, wait, that's, the pink-haired guy or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'd be gay in Breath of the Wild. Hands are tied, boys. No, I always think about that. It would just be so easy to just live in a video game world and be lost there.
But he's talking you're trying to get out though, right?
Yeah, he's asking what the easiest one would be.
Probably Pong.
But you have to be in it. What do you just...
I'm the paddle.
Yeah. I would do... Not GTA. That'd be fucking stupid.
Yeah, that's basically just real life.
Oh,
Where you live here.
I do Flower.
Flower?
You know, that game from the company that did Journey or whatever? You just gotta be flower petals, baby. No enemies.
Peggle.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, I'm thinking of... What's Cubert?
Cubert's the one where you jump down the little blocks.
Little pew.
Does he? I know he has a little trunk thing. I didn't know. Does
he says
he do
that? He goes, pew.
Okay.
He says that every game.
All right.
I miss the... I miss, being excited about, a new game coming to, mobile shit. Because I remember, I had one of the first iPhones when it launched. And that was, holy shit. There's a new game on stuff.
Yeah.
It used to be the Marble Labyrinth thing. And then
John had the first iPod. So it was, we just look at the... Do you remember there was, the one where it was the guy that would, meteors would kind of come down. You'd have to try and jump them at the right time, and then there was Doodle Jump. Was it
Doodle Jump?
Doodle Jump.
I fucking love Doodle Jump.
Jelly Car, Jelly Racing,
Yeah!
Jelly Car.
Jelly Car.
I
Jelly
love
Car.
that game.
Jelly Car was great.
All the
That
music
Jelly Car
too.
glitched out fucking crazy
Oh, yeah,
all the
to
time.
get your
I
car
loved it. Yeah. I forgot about Jelly Car, man. That's awesome.
It's really good music. I remember one of my favorites ever was Stick Fight, and it's when all those like you had a castle on one side and stick guys would run. You had to flick them up in the air to kill them.
The same name as the current Stick Fight?
No. Well, I don't know if it's like the same name, but it's very different gameplay wise.
Okay.
It was like Stick Defense or like
okay.
Fight Man Guy 2009, I think.
Fight
was
Man
the
Guy
name.
2009.
I remember how exciting it was too when they first started like doing AAA titles and porting shitty mobile versions over. Because I remember like Assassin's Creed came out and I had the first iPhone. I was like, what the? I have a video. This is a video game. You know?
Dude, remember what was it called? Gangstar? It was like poor man's GTA on your iPhone.
I never played that one.
It ran at like 10 frames per second. It was like a really small like sandbox game.
You know they have GTA games on there.
Yeah, but this was in like 2010
Yeah,
or something like that.
Gangster
This just
Town.
blew my mind. It was Gangstar.
Was it?
Yeah.
Gangstar. God damn. Yeah, it's so weird how like at certain points in your life a game is like everything, and then you just stop playing it and you literally forget it.
Yep.
It's a waste. It's a waste of my life.
But you had fun along the way, Gus.
I didn't even have that much
It's
fun.
not about the destination. It's about the journey.
Do you have another Pregunta?
Oh, let's look at the Pregunta here. Lots of video making questions. We already gave all the answers.
Yeah, in every podcast episode we've ever had a YouTuber on. How do you make it on YouTube?
What's
I don't know.
the recommended amount of dedicated RAM?
Don't.
Let me see. Hey Sven, asks Joe Mama 198. I guess all of us too. I'm really having trouble with my garbage disposal. It's stinking up the whole house. How do I clean it out without risking my precious digits?
Without risking your precious digits. Okay, I would say, so probably find a lot more garbage that you could put in it, and the sheer amount of garbage in mass would probably weigh it down and push the stinky garbage further in. That'll buy you at least a week or two before the new garbage starts to smell.
Yeah.
And then once that starts to smell, just like find new garbage. Like I'm thinking like maybe bananas and fish or something.
I was going to say sink your whole fist right down in it.
Oh, well, we're trying to not risk our digits
Right,
here.
totally. So sink your fist down in it is what I'm saying. And then push it down. And then while you're pushing pressure down, flip that bad boy on.
Okay.
Just so you know, can push it and it'll chop it up so you can
Yeah.
put pressure on it.
You like spinning your hands in tandem with the thing
Yeah.
so
so
you
you
hit?
don't.
Hey, just in case, don't do that. Just in case one person is like, wait, is that how I fix it? Like,
Please do that. Dude, I always used to be scared of that shit. Like
the garbage disposal?
Yeah.
I'm still scared of that shit.
I am too. I remember one time I was at a friend's house and his mom dropped a knife down there on
my
accident.
God.
And it was just like, I was so small and it was the panic. She flipped it on and it was, you know, and she just screamed and I always thought I was going to die when I was a
Okay,
kid.
what the hell is a garbage disposal for?
When you get
Garbage,
food down
probably.
there.
Just don't. So like you're supposed to put food in your.
Food that would clog your drain.
Okay.
You put it down there and you chop it up.
I'm an idiot.
Do you ever get scared of any like household things when you were a kid?
Well, that is
Yeah.
probably one.
Like my dad.
Yeah. No, my dad for sure. Wait, my dad listens to the podcast. Love you, Dad.
I was
Can't
used
wait
to
see
be
Spider-Man.
Dad. I always used to be so fucking scared. Like every night I was so paranoid about like just the dumbest stuff. I was such a worrywart kid. So I would before like when the whole family was upstairs asleep and before I went up, I used to go like check common plugins and like make sure they were plugged all the way in and shut off lights and like triple check doors and stuff like that. We never got murdered though, so who's joking now, boys?
I was gonna say like an OCD thing, but my brain thought, oh, like ODST. That's a very different thing.
Yeah. Did you ever have any like tics or like OCD things at all?
No.
I did.
Yeah,
I still
had
I still
some.
like do. Like honestly, I do this a lot. I feel like I have to stretch out my neck all the time. That's basically mine right now. I remember.
What?
Have you told the story about when we went on site to film? When you've been to a restaurant before?
Oh yeah, I think I did. I'll say it again. It was so brief. For years I've been cracking my elbow like this, like my shoulder. And if you are an audio listener, fuck you, sorry, but I am like extending my arm out and like bashing it behind, and it cracks my shoulder. And we were, it was such a shitty shoot. Like we were
I don't
going.
think I've heard this even.
I'm excited.
Okay.
I know the shitty shoot stuff. You told that on the podcast, but I
Yeah.
don't think you told the.
Well, I always cracked my arm like this, and we were in Laguna Beach, and we were trying to just find some like kind of restaurant or cafe that we could go film this video. And if you've seen it, I'm super obnoxious in the video, like I am in many of my character ones. I'm just yelling, and I'm all over the place like this. So I went in, and it was me, Sven, and Sabrina, and I was just like, okay, guys. Nobody's here at this like restaurant. It was just like some wine bar kind of thing. It's like, nobody's here. We're just gonna film the footage. We're probably gonna get kicked out, and we're just gonna leave. Okay. So we ordered 2 glasses of wine, which were like $17 each. It was the cheapest wine. And we're sitting there at the table, and we're waiting for the waitress to like bring our wine stuff back, and I'm just kind of waiting for an opportunity. The sun's going down, and then just coincidentally, I went back and I extended my arm out to like crack my shoulder, and just without looking, I could not have done it harder. I just fucking obliterated the tray of wine glasses. That
She like snuck up right behind us with the wine.
I didn't even hear her coming, and it from her perspective, it looked like she was coming from behind me, and I just went, "Fuck you!" And it was every glass broke, and there was wine everywhere out on the patio.
Catapulted the tray onto the ground. I remember.
It was just, you have a booger in the corner of your nose.
Thanks
Sorry,
for that.
other corner.
There.
Get it? Nope.
Bro.
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 Real bros right there.
No, but I just absolutely fucking obliterated the thing, and it was glass and shit, and we were the only ones there except for like 4 different wait staff that were just standing around.
Oh, God.
And I was like, oh my God. And I was like, there's no way I'm going to film the video there after that. So we helped her like clean up glass shards and like wipe up the wine. And it was already like nearly $40 for the wine. And I was like, I left her a $20 tip. So it was like $60.
Oh,
and we
man.
just left right away. And then we went off. But God, that was terrible.
Fuck, dude. Yeah, that's just that moment of like, what did I just punch? That's a lot
Yeah.
of noise.
Yeah, that scared the shit out of me. Because how do you explain that too? Like, sorry, I just was windmilling my arm. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Preguntas?
Nah.
Well, that's it for the podcast.
Wait, check it out. Well, that's it for the podcast.
Shit, Eddie.
Fuck you.